Wait, there it is. Sorry, I don't know why it laps like that. Good morning, race fans. Nothing has started yet. All right, I can take this off because nothing's started yet. But hi. Last night I went to my friend's party for. I'm still in my pajamas, chat. I like got up, I drank a cup of coffee, and I sat on my couch. I ended up sleeping on my couch last night. Not for any particular reason other than my dryer decided it didn't want to dry my sheets. And I'm cheap, so I only have one set of sheets. So when I washed them and put them in the dryer before I went to the party, they should have been dried by the time I got back because I did them on high heat. No, false. So they're still not even dry this morning, so they're tumbling again. So I slept on my couch, which is fine. I have a big couch, so it's not a big deal. And Hermes is like so weird though when we sleep in the living room because he's like, this is wrong. This isn't how we sleep now. So that's annoying. But you know, it's January. It's March 1st, which means it's Women's Month, chat. It's Women's Month, Women's History Month. So I'm excited because there's a women's authors thing at the Huntington Library that I gotta go to. Let's go lesbians, yeah. So I watched SNL last night. Okay, so you guys, I really don't. I grew up. I had a SNL household. Okay, we were like one of the first times I was allowed to stay up late was to watch SNL. You know, like my family was an SNL family. I grew up watching SNL. Has it been this bad for this long? The last time I think I watched a full episode was when Timothy Chalamet was on years ago, and that also wasn't good. Um, there was maybe like one or two bits on that one that I was like, this is funny. And then I'll never forget this. I remember it was the Timothy Chalamet episode because I posted about it, and I got a DM from someone. I almost put this on merch. That's how funny this DM was. It was an essay about how I was wrong for not liking SNL as like as a show. I was wrong for that, including one of his reasons for like why I was wrong is because Colin Jost is funny and married to Scarlett Johansson. Therefore, I should like him. It was a fascinating thing because sometimes you guys get really mad or like really taken aback when I don't like something that you like, despite the fact that we are two different people and therefore have our own likes and interests. So, you know, there's that. So I watched last night, not the Joe's defense. It was fascinating. This was like 2021. I was in the old apartment still, and it was like really early. But it was like the tiny horse bit or whatever. But last night was not good. There was maybe one or two bits that were funny. I hate that half of his monologue was doing PR for the men's USA hockey team. They brought out two of the Quinn brothers on stage, and then they brought out two of the women's hockey team. And I'm glad that on at least on site, like the screaming sounded different. Like they sounded much more excited about the women, which someone said during the sound check that they did, the men were booed, which I would not be surprised if they were like, yeah, you can't do that during the broadcast. But the women were definitely cheered for way louder. But still, it was like, it was bullshit because it was a lot of PR for them and it was irritating. They shouldn't have been on stage for that long. It was irritating. So many of the bits, the first bit was like comically bad as an opener. It was not good. Like the funniest bit of the night is a bit that Connor brought in himself because he has talked about when he was in clown school, he did a bit of a stripper that got hit by a car on the way to the party, and so it like makes it incredibly difficult for him to take his clothes off. Like it's a bit that he's done, and that's how they ended the show, was that bit. I was like watching this, I was like, this is Connor's bit, which is, it was the funnier bit of the night, but I was like, yeah, this isn't a good sign for the writing on SNL right now. Like, so many of the bits were not good, not funny. They didn't take advantage of the fact that they had, like, Connor was talented. He did a very good job. He seemed like he was having a blast, which great. But God, this was a fucking slog to get through. My God. It was difficult to watch some of these. Hudson was there, and I'm not sure why. Maybe I just want them to not be so codependent. I mean, I think this was a big deal. I think he was excited that he was there. I heard the whole cast was there. I heard that Francois and then Jacob and one of the writers was there as well. So I'm not annoyed because I think it's fine. But also they have not been codependent for a while. Like that's why Connor has been doing more stuff with Francois, and Hudson's been doing so much, all over the place. It was one skit, and then it was one sketch, and then Connor Hudson joined Connor for introducing Mumford and Sons. That was it for like one of them. It was the opening bit was so bad. It was really bad. Okay, hang on. Let's do the race still is not starting yet. We've got 15 more minutes. Maybe that's why. I don't even have a stream on my end. Let's see. Do I have anything? All right. All right. IndyCar. So what is our starting? Here are the qualifications. All right. So Scott McLaughlin's leading in one. Marcus Ericsson, Dennis Hager, Alex Pillow, David Malukas. I don't know. I think David could have a really good result this season. Truly. I think David could have a good season, especially because now he's at Team Penske, so it should be interesting. The Penske shenanigans might torpedo that, but I do think David showed a lot of progress last season, and did pretty well, all things considered. So Pato 8th, Roman 6th, Marcus Armstrong 7th. Marcus also, I'm excited to see how he has, how he does. See if he's progressed at all. But we shall see. Let's see. It was just like a rough. I was like, God, this is. It really didn't. It did feel like a lot of these were like they. It was just rough. It was not good. It was a rough episode, and I felt bad because my friend who hosted the party, my friend is obsessed with heated rivalry, literally working on a documentary on the fan side of things and like how this has impacted people. Has been to like all of the events here in LA, and it was her house, and I was like, so she got a bunch of Russian food, like she went to like 6 different Russian bakeries here in LA and like brought food for everyone and was so excited, and she was like, I've never watched SNL, and I was like, oh dear God. And then some of her friends that were there as well were like hardcore SNL people, and so it was a rough night. She was excited because he did amazing, but it was like, I am sorry that this is your intro to SNL. So it was a fun night though. We had a good time. It was a good group of people. I was telling her because I got there early so I could go watch the planetary alignments because I could see a few of the planets from LA, where we were and with where the sun is. I didn't have a telescope, so I couldn't see like Mercury or anything like that. But I could see Venus and Jupiter. No, Jupiter and Uranus, and then a little bit of Venus. Yes, I think. So I got there early and I was helping her set up. And so I was like, thank you for hosting. Like no one in our generation's host because she's millennial. I'm technically Gen Z. And I was like, you are like one of 2 of my friends that I know that host. But I was like, you're also 2 of my only friends that I know that have homes. So Alas. She was like, yeah, I do feel like it's my duty as the friend with a home to host. So, but she's great. It was a good party. It was just like, yikes. Just a rough around. Oh, update from that one woman I talked about yesterday. For those of you that don't know, I found the day before the U.S. and Israel bombed Iran and got us into a war. Fun. I started getting videos from this woman on safari in Africa. Um, and like the trip she is showing is one of my dream trips. But she is the worst attitude I've ever seen in my fucking life. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, you're why I get dirty looks as a white brunette, like traveling that's American. Like you are the bitch American they're talking about, frankly. And I usually don't say that. But her attitude is horrendous. She's not I'm like, oh God. Like when she was in Africa, it was bordering on racist, okay? If not, bordering might be too kind of a word, okay? It was really weird. It was hard to watch. But TikTok kept showing me those videos because I have been seeing a lot of videos on Safari lately. Anyways, the day the bombings happened, she was flying to, she had flown into the Middle East and then I think was flying, I don't remember which airport she was flying in from, but she was an hour and a half into her flight. The bombings happened and they were like, hey, we have to go backwards and ground the plane. Okay. And so she's been posting videos from her experience of like being stuck where she's at in the Middle East. And she could be using this time to be educating people on the realities of the ground and the realities of like being stuck in a foreign country outside of your plans, in the unfoldings of a war. And instead, but that worst attitude on the planet, that hasn't left her body. So she's just like complaining about how I've talked to people whose flights are still canceled for tomorrow. So we're supposed to get an update tomorrow, but don't be excited thinking you're going to get a flight out of here because I've already talked to people whose flights tomorrow are canceled. It's like, okay, yeah, there's war happening. People are dying. I don't know why would you want, respectfully, I get it. Also, they're like I think they're targeting airports. So I wouldn't even be trying to be near an airport right now. I saw another guy who was like, I was just going to stay in the airport because the lounge I was in, I had everything I needed there, but they woke us up at 2 a.m. and they were like, you guys all need to get out now. And that was because another airport had been targeted. So they evacuated the airport, understandably. Like, it's just it's like, and like, I would like to be informed. I would like to know what the fuck is going on. But why am I only being shown out of touch Americans who think that because they're American, the bombs don't touch them? Like it really is fascinating. Like, it's crazy. So yeah, I don't know, but I guess that's the reality. Also, I've been getting a lot of videos, and unfortunately it's specifically Black women, and so I'm just like, oh God. I'm sure there's like white women and other backgrounds making the same types of videos, but the amount of people that are like, I finally have money and I have plans, and you guys want to get into war now? Can't you postpone this? I want to go to Dubai. It's like, sorry? Excuse me? I don't really know how to respond to that, so I haven't, but you get my point. It's a lot. Yeah. Create separate accounts. I did it a couple of years ago and I exclusively get international news. Well, I don't want that. I don't want exclusively international news. I'll walk into traffic, almanac. Like the American, the other thing, someone in chat said this yesterday and it really bothered me. We dealt with it accordingly. But the amount of F1 fans that I ever like, I hope F1 races aren't canceled. What's going to happen to F1 races? Sorry? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh no, the fucking amount of, I'm not a travel influencer. I just happen to travel, And so like I don't really make a ton of travel influencer content. Maybe I should because oh my fucking god. Um, but some of these influencers that were in Mexico, the lack of basic safety that they were exhibiting, forget even when the cartel is actively like causing harm to property and people's personal vehicles, like turning towns into ghost towns. Like, if the locals are hiding, something is fucking wrong. Okay. And I don't know why you wouldn't recognize that and act accordingly and not be like, well, we're going to go to the beach. No, you're fucking not. What the fuck are we talking about? Whether they're targeting foreigners or not, it doesn't fucking matter. Let's be smart. Let's be fucking smart. There was that. There was the bitching of that. And then there were the people, God, this one woman, I was losing my mind. Because I would never do this ever. And yet she was doing this in a time where people, okay, for the record, I have no family in Mexico, okay? But I know people who do, okay? And there were streamers, okay, that were talking about what was happening. And members of the cartel, they firmly believe were coming into their chat and asking questions, trying to figure out where their family was and things like that. Okay. So they're not watching. They're not online. Okay. So the answer is let's not give them any fucking shit. Okay. And this was proven. They were like, I need to stop talking about this. I can't put my family at risk. Okay. And so again, I don't know why you wouldn't take that precaution, even if you're not the target. I don't know why you wouldn't take the fucking precaution just to be safe. So tell me why this fucking white, I think she was Canadian, and yeah, she had the Canadian flag, Canadian influencer, travel influencer, was filming on the balcony of her accommodations facing out. As in, she is on the edge of her railing of her balcony, setting up the camera facing out. As in, you can identify all the surrounding buildings. I'm not talking the reflections on the sliding glass door. No, I mean, you can clearly pinpoint where the fuck she was. Why would you ever do that, let alone when they could be targeting anyone? You don't know, because this was unfolding days. We had no idea what the situation was, truly. It was just actively stupid. Someone said the self-preservation of a fart, and yeah, it basically, like, it's gone, you know? Like, it was fascinating. And I was just like, I want to shake you, but then I'd be called a bitch, you know? Who are completely astonished that the feng shui guy can find their exact apartment when they post the whole room online. Yeah, no, like you guys have seen parts of my apartment, but like I've never done like an apartment tour, you know? I don't do an apartment walkthrough until I leave, you know? That's when I share things, because a lot of Hermes. Okay, we're 3 minutes out. Are we gonna get a? Come on, give me the race. No? Hermes is barking. Hermes. Come here, Bubba's. Let me get him. I'm wearing shorts. No one freak out. Come here. Come on. Bubba's. Come here. Hermes. 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 Come here, Bubba's. Hermes. Come on. Come to work. Cars. Come watch Cars. Hermes. Bubba's. Come on. Come here. Come to work. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Inside. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. I love you. The goodest of good boys. All right. Come on, give me Cars. I'm watching a commercial. All right. Ugh. Anyways, here's the progress. I did nothing after stream yesterday, chat, because I went to the party. But I might as well do this while we watch St. Pete. So this is the first race of the IndyCar season. I don't know why I have to watch commercials. It's 9 a.m. Give me race. What are we doing? But yeah, that was my morning scroll, was just multiple people being like, I guess I'm not going to my destination. It's like, I don't know how to talk to you, actually. You guys are insane. Give me cars. Okay, come on. Cars on track. Cars on track. All right, we finally have the IndyCar intro. All right. Well, we're finally on IndyCar content, so there's that. All right, we are back. There we go. I have a better spot now. We're ready. Caught up on the past Olympics, man. You know, technically, the U.S. should be banned from the Olympics because there is the Olympics. I think it's called the Olympics Peace Pact or Peace Truce, where basically you agree, if you're competing in the Olympics, to not commit war, invade a country 7 days before the Olympics or 7 days after. We're smack dab in the middle of the Olympics and the Paris Olympics. The Paris Olympics, Paralympics start on Friday. So the United States has violated that. So is Israel. So we should both be banned from the 2028 Olympics, the same way that Russia was. And yet, will they do that because they're having it here in the US? I don't know. Is this AI? This looks like AI. Did they do a? Oh God, is this an AI? Did they do AI sketches of Pelot? Wouldn't that ban us from hosting? Technically, yeah. But that's the thing. Will they not ban us because they want us to be the host country, basically? So if they banned us, they would have to find a new country to host the Olympics. Alex Pillow starting fourth. It's his best start at St. Pete. He won St. Pete last year, which is crazy that fourth is his best start, and yet he won. He was so dominant last season. It was crazy. Scott McLaughlin. This is his third start on pole. Sorry, no, he's starting third, not on pole. Why did they use that format for that sentence? Why did they phrase it like that? Marcus starting seventh. They're just doing the grid walk now. Dennis Hauger, Indy next champion. Yeah, the Winter Olympics. Jameis Winston is who they have on the thing. He was like, when have Norwegians been nightmares to us? And he was like, we're pretty good at the Olympics, so. Good words. Thanks, Matt. Uh, it's coffee. It's 9 a.m. here. It's my second cup. This rookie. He's doing a pep talk for Huger's team. The people from Norway only win in the Winter Olympics? No. What can you do today? This is fascinating. He did a Dennis chat on 3. This is funny. Okay, we got another promo. Another promo video. Oh, that's right. Mick is racing. I gotta be honest, I totally forgot Mick was in the car. Pillow repeats as champion. I think highly likely. So let's see. God. Willpower left Penske. I don't think he left so much as was removed. But I am excited for David. Oh, thank God I don't have to sit through commercial breaks. Great. There's just no audio. Here we go. McLaughlin. Kiffin. Feels the heat is low enough to start shenanigans again, yeah. Okay, you have to run the alternates twice. There's a new tire strategy. All right. Andretti Global. Let's see. Ugh, they brought up the Freeman 250. We're not streaming the Freedom 250 by the fucking way. I don't, if it happens, we're not fucking streaming it. I want to make sure you guys know that. I will be watching literally anything fucking else. Ugh. Firehawk. We're currently watching IndyCar. What we're not going to be streaming is when IndyCar goes to race in the American 250, which is the race they are adding around the streets of Washington for America's 250th anniversary. Co-signed by Trump. via an executive order. We will not be watching. I hope it has the worst ratings of the last 3 seasons. So I will not be watching. We're just doing a promo shot for Power. Don't be an appropriate omen. Let's see. Is 9:30 the start time? They're in the cars. Yeah, on mine it says 9, but obviously that's when the broadcast starts. Let's see. Formula One starts next weekend. Here's David. Team Penske. So many questions and no answers yet. Well, yeah, the race hasn't happened yet. What are we talking about? Sometimes I just like making fun of the commentary because sometimes it is so goofy, but I get it. You got a runtime to fill. You know? You didn't miss anything. They're just filling the gaps. There are some interesting corners here at St. Pete, so I mean, this could be a bit of a mess at the start, but we'll see. I don't think there's any changes to the track. With the street tracks, you got to do the alternates, they said? The Salem witch trials began 333 years ago yesterday, by the way. Happy Women's Month. God, Rossi starting 20th? Sorry, outside 12. New Gardens, row 12, inside. Outside, row 11, Nolan. God, Nolan. Inside, row 11, Mick Schumacher. Outside, row 10, Stingray Rob. Inside, row 10, Renus VK. Outside, row 9, Graham Rahal. Inside, row 9, Ferrucci. Ugh. Outside, row 8, Scott Dixon. Inside, row 8, Kyle Kirkwood. Outside, row 7, Christian Rasmussen. Inside, row 7, Will Power. Outside, row 6, Christian Lundgaard. Inside, row 6, Felix Rosenquist. Outside, row 5, Kiffin Simpson. Inside, row 5, Louis Foster. Outside, row 4, Pato Award. Inside, row 4, Marcus Armstrong. Outside, row 6, Roman Grosjean. Inside, row 3, David Malukas. Outside, row 2, Alex Palou. Alex Palou, defending IndyCar champion Alex Palou. Yeah, I know that's right. Dennis Huger, inside row 2. Outside row 1. God, he did qualify really high. Huger qualified real high. Shit, okay. Huger either fantastic finish or he's in the wall at some point. Oh, here we go. Yeah, he didn't race last season, right? Am I wrong? I think he wasn't in it last season. Your engines. All right. Let's go. Come on. Come on, boys. Give me a good race. So I can forget that you're all going to be racing in DC. All right. Clearing the grid. "25 IndyCar engines. St. David's Day, eat your leeks and smell them daffodils." Ooh, leeks? Dude, should I go to the store and buy leeks? Another row done. I'm making a sweater. Let's go. They're doing interviews with Pato in the car while they're going. Jesus. Gonna be back racing, race mode, baby. We're good to go. Starting 8th. Come on, Stingray. Everybody have fun. I don't know who is in this, so I'm rooting for anyone specific. Valid. Usually I'm rooting for McLaren, but Zach Brown's being annoying. Alex, I do like his attitude, so I would like Alex to win. I'm always rooting for a rookie, so Huger could be fun to have a good race. David, I like his progress. Marcus, I've liked his progress, but I would like a little bit more consistency from him. So we'll see. This really, first race of the season. This could change who I'm rooting for this season, truly. Turn 3, one of the most treacherous in the world of street racing is a crazy sentence. God, there's so many corners in this section. This is a street race, by the way, in case that wasn't clear. Sorry, I don't know if I made that clear earlier. I think this is going to be a mess, chat. There was multiple crashes last season, right? For St. Pete? Did we watch St. Pete? I can't remember. Oh, wait, no, I was traveling quite a bit in March last year, was I not? Get ready for chaos. Is now the time for tire talks? The race is about to start. So race tire rules. Team must use 1 set of primaries, 2 sets of alternates, and 2 green laps minimum per type. It's probably a 2-stop, but it might be more. I think they piled up in turn 1. They might. God. All right, let's see it. So our pace car coming in? What are we doing? All right, here we go. Holy shit. Sorry, guys. The Kings just hired Jim Hiller. Okay, wait. Green flag, green flag, green flag. Oh, God. McLaughlin trying to hold his position. Oh, God. We're into the corner. We're into the corner. Okay. Clean, 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 clean. Oh, contact in the back, but nothing crazy. I still want them to label their corners, but they never do. Okay, this is where the pile up was last time. Didn't happen this time. Helger's holding his position in third. Wait, crash in the back! Crash in the back! Stingray Rob is one of them, they think. Oh, there's 3. Ferrucci, Schumacher, and Stingray. Oh, Schumacher out? No, wait, that's Stingray Rob. Ferrucci's out, and I think so is Mick. God. AMR really is on top of it. Before I even realized who was in the pileup, they were already there. Yeah, what happened? It's in the way back of the screen. Let's see. Wait, why are we buffering? Don't buffer. Fuck you. Okay. Let's see. What happened? Oh, just a tap there, and then Ferrucci and Stingray Rob were side by side. Stingray was able to pull off and go off on his own. Hermes. We have a caution. Oh, God. Oh, that full wing. It's like the back wing and the front wing are fully interlocked on these cars. The AMR team can't get them separated. Wait, the back wing and the front wing are fully interlocked. Yeah, they can't, they're giving up. Ugh. That's bummer for Mick. Hermes. He's chilling. It's a big bummer for Stingray. No. Yeah, he just got caught up in it. Is this his onboard? Yeah, was that Ferrucci's? Yeah, they're still trying to, okay, I think they finally got it. They had to lift Mick's car to get his car off of Ferrucci's. Bummer for Mick. Oh, we got cars in pit? Pit lane roulette this early? I mean, I guess with the timing. Sorry, we're resetting the stream again because it hates me. Rossi went into the pits. Oh, they replaced the crash? I'm watching on a stream. I can't give you the link. If you find the link, then you can have the link. But I can't give you the link. Let's see. Okay, the car is out. Yeah. We're only on lap 3 out of 100. Oh, there's the tire squill of the lockup. Yeah, where's the onboard? Damn. So Stingray had a lock. Oh, damn. Marcus did a double overtake at the start. That's great. I'm telling you, some of these year 2 and 3 guys, they're getting hungry. You know, they're going to start doing some crazy shit. We're under a full course yellow, by the way. Dixon's in the pits again? Why? Ugh. We're on lap 5. Dixon's speeding up, trying to get back. Oh, we're green. We're green. We're green. All right, McLaughlin, then Erickson, then Pillow, Armstrong, Hauger, Malukas, Grosjean, Foster, Rosenquist, Award, Lundgaard. Malukas had a lockup. Why? David. Oh, Stingray's going to get a penalty for avoidable contact. Power making the move on Kiffin. Let's see. You know, their onboard cameras really got nothing on... F1 really has nothing on their onboards. Like, their onboards are really solid. Just the versatility of their onboard cameras is really great. We're on lap 7 out of 100, by the way. And my stream keeps freezing up. Thank you for subscribing, Pensive. You won the Swell Grand Prix with a Prime boost. Thank you for subscribing. Kiffin. Kiffin's trying to get a spot back from Will Power. This might be messy. He got the spot back. Let's see. Let's see. God, the trees whipping around from the speed of the cars. This is crazy. It's crazy. McLaughlin's holding his lead. Let's see. All the ads, lol. I mean, the way I'm watching it, there's no ads. But that's just me. But I mean, Peacock had an insane amount of ads when we watched it on Peacock in previous seasons. That was insane. Could not play video. There was a problem. What? Okay, trying a different link. Hold on. Okay, that's in French. I don't want to watch that. Okay, we're good. And their cut timing is not great. Great. Let's see. Oh, it was Dutch, not French, by the way. God, the quality of some of these is not good. Let's see. Can I fix this to 1080? I can. Huzzah. Let's see. Someone in chat said this one I'm watching is better. Oh, gross. David Maluk is going off? Wait. Puncture. Wait. Wait. Is that a puncture? What happened? Oh, David hit the wall. Yep. Yep. David had a flat spot and it just decimated the car. David's out, at the very least. Let's see. Yeah, it just deteriorates. Yikes. All right, well. Okay, Okay, he's trying to get on the pit lane on his own, they're saying. Yeah, he's trying to pit right now. Jesus. He's basically on 3 tires. Uh-oh. There might be mess. There might be mess. There might be mess. So, McLaughlin's coming. Same with Erickson. Pillow right behind. Okay, Malukas is clear. He'll be a lap down, but he made it to the pits. Yikes. Oddly. There's no commentary. It's just the zooming. Come on. 16 out of 100. McLaughlin, Erickson, Pillow, Armstrong, Huger, Grosjean, Foster, and then they're down to 16 so far. see. Rosenquist's 8th award. Missed it again. They're shuffling through them too fast. Rossi's on softs. What sound is that? The tires? Yeah. Tire squeal on the radio. We might start seeing some pit roulette. Louis Foster, help us out with a little fuel save if you can. Tires are starting to go. Let's see. Rosenquist on board. Oh, little. Is that understeer right there? No. Yeah, Rosenquist is kind of hunting Foster right now. Commercial break, but I still have cars. Whale crooked. We got someone going into the pits right now. It's Will Power. power's out of the car. Is he retiring? Is the car retired? Holy shit, they retired the car. He's out of the car. Wait. Okay, well, the end. On a commercial break, because of course. There's no commentary. I'm hearing nothing right now. Damaged rear suspension. Damn. Yeah. Carbon copy and carbon fiber going everywhere. Damn. Same issue as the other day when he hit the wall. I assume it's just not giving any info. Well, I've got to go anyways. Bye. You're all right. I don't know if I'm going to cut it soon or not. Originally, I was like, I'm going to watch the whole race, but frankly, the more I sit here watching it, the more I'm irritated about the America 2050. So, who knows if we'll watch the full race or not. So, we might cut it because I'm annoyed. Also, that potential AI art in the beginning irritated me too. What the fuck, Rasmussen? I looked down for 2 seconds. Rasmussen stopped. It's his tires. Is he done? Jesus. Yeah, fuck AI. I mean, that intro with Pillow that they showed, the sketches, I'm fairly certain that's AI, like an AI filter over actual photos of him versus hiring an actual artist to do sketches of Pillow. which is irritating. All right. Well, with the state of this update, I am deciding to do. I've been doing single crochet this whole time. I'm doing double crochet now for at least 2 rows on the bottom to distinguish the base because I feel like it. Kind of looks like shit, but we'll see. Doing it this direction is proving to be difficult. We'll get to lap 35, Chad, and then I'm going to call it because I'm getting annoyed. But I wouldn't be surprised me if it was a. It was too familiar to a lot. That sketch style I look sideways at now currently. All right, McLaughlin and Erickson are both on hards. Pelot's on softs, and he's still keeping up pace. Armstrong, Huger, Grosjean are all on softs. Awards on hards. All right, let's see. Enough recent data already. It's an AR-15 and is now cheaper than 64 gigabytes of RAM. That's fucking absurd. McLaughlin's held the lead this whole fucking race, which is crazy. I mean, we're only 30 laps in, 31 laps in, but still. It's pretty impressive. Got another in the pits. Kirkwood. Oh. Play a part in that, but also the data centers. No, it's 90% the data centers. It's 90% the data centers, 100%. Lap 33. All right, Simpsons in the pits. AI companies are paying almost double for them because it's a bubble. You guys, when it was announced that Anthropic was being put on the supply chain risk list, I was like, damn, this might be the start of the AI bubble popping. And then ChatGPT stepped up to be like, we'll take the deal. But then people were canceling their ChatGPT memberships. And Sam Altman is like, no, we're not violating human rights or whatever. And everyone's like, you took that contract. You definitely will be. If you aren't now, you will be. So. Lab 35. Let's see if anyone makes a move, and by lap 36, we might just call this stream, chat. Oh no, Grok did. Elon offered, but they aren't what they DoD wants or needs. No, OpenAI took the contract. Sam Altman confirmed they are taking the contract. Oh, what the fuck was that? Did Pelot drive over? Ugh. Never mind. I thought it was Pelot. It wasn't. They didn't pull it out from Pato fast enough. McLaughlin's in the pits. All right, chat. We're calling it. We're going to go ahead and end the stream. I'm just like irritated, and the race isn't good. You know, like even watching, I'm like, I feel icky, you know? Like that's the thing. It's like, I'm like, even though I'm not watching it the legal way, you know? Like I feel icky. So. All right. Might be live again later this evening for like our normal streams, but we're going to call it. Alrighty. Bye. I'm not even going to rate out. Bye.